Welcome to the TaBNWNE's Wikipedia News Edition. On second episode of Season 2 is Walmart. Walmart Incorporated, formerly Walmart Stores Incorporated, is an American multinational retail corporation that operates a chain of hypermarkets, also called supercenters, discount department stores, and grocery stores in the United States, headquartered in Bentonville, Arkansas.
The company was founded by brothers Sam and James Bud Walton in nearby Rogers, Arkansas in 1962 and incorporated under Delaware General Corporation Law on October 31, 1969.
It also owns and operates Sam's Club retail warehouses. As of October 31, 2022, Walmart has 10,586 stores and clubs in 24 countries, operating under 46 different names.
The company operates under the name Walmart in the United States and Canada as Walmart de Mexico y Central America in Mexico and Central America and as Flipkart Wholesale in India.
It has wholly owned operations in Chile, Canada, and South Africa.
Since August 2018, Walmart held only a minority stake in Walmart Brazil, which was renamed Grupo Big in August 2019, with 20% of the company's shares. And private equity firm Advent International holding 80% ownership of the company.
They eventually divested their shareholdings in Grupo Big to French retailer Carrefour in transaction worth $7 billion reals and completed on June 7, 2022. Walmart is the world's largest company by revenue, with about $570 billion in annual revenue, according to the Fortune Global 500 list in October 2022.
It is also the largest private employer in the world, with 2.2 million employees.
It is a publicly traded family-owned business, as the company is controlled by the Walton family.
Sam Walton's heirs own over 50% of Walmart, through both their holding company Walton Enterprises and their individual holdings.
Walmart was the largest United States grocery retailer in 2019, and 65% of Walmart's $510.329 billion sales came from U.S. operations. Walmart was listed on the New York Stock Exchange in 1972.
By 1988, it was the most profitable retailer in the U.S., and it had become the largest in terms of revenue by October 1989.
The company was originally geographically limited to the South and Lower Midwest, but it had stores from coast to coast by the early 1990s.
Sam's Club opened in New Jersey in November 1989, and the first California outlet opened in Lancaster in July 1990.
A Walmart in York, Pennsylvania opened in October 1990, the first main store in the Northeast. Walmart's investments outside the U.S. have seen mixed results.
Its operations and subsidiaries in Canada, the United Kingdom, Asda, Central America, South America, and China are successful, but its ventures failed in Germany, Japan, and South Korea.
In 1945, businessman and former J.C. employee Sam Walton bought a branch of the Ben Franklin stores from the Butler brothers.
His primary focus was selling products at low prices to get higher volume sales at a lower profit margin, portraying it as a crusade for the consumer.
He experienced setbacks because the lease price and rent structures were unusually high, but he was able to find lower-cost suppliers than those used by other stores and was consequently able to undercut his competitors on pricing.
Sales increased 45% in his first year of ownership to US $105,000 in revenue, which increased to $140,000 the next year and $175,000 the year after that.
Within the 5th year, the store was generating $250,000 in revenue.
The lease that expired for the location in Walton was unable to reach an agreement for renewal, so he opened up a new store at 105 N Main Street in Bentonville, naming it Walton's Five and Dime.
That store is now the Walmart Museum. On July 2, 1962, Walton opened the first Walmart Discount City store at 719 W Walnut Street in Rogers, Arkansas.
Its design was inspired by M and Hope, which Walton visited in 1961, as did Kmart founder Harry D. Cunningham.
The name came from FedMart, a chain of discount department stores founded by Saul Price in 1954, who Walton was also inspired by.
Walton stated that he liked the idea of calling his discount chain Walmart because he really liked Saul's FedMart name.
The building is now occupied by a hardware store and an antique mall, while the company's store number 1 has since expanded to a supercenter several blocks west at 2110 W Walnut Street.
Whoa!
Within its first 5 years, the company expanded to 18 stores in Arkansas and reached $9 million in sales.
In 1968, it opened its first stores outside Arkansas in Sikeston, Missouri and Claremore, Oklahoma. The company was incorporated under Delaware General Corporation Law as Walmart, incorporated on October 31, 1969, and changed its name to Walmart Stores, incorporated in 1970.
The same year, the company opened a home office and first distribution center in Bentonville, Arkansas.
It had 38 stores operating, with 1,500 employees and sales of $44.2 million.
It began trading stock as a publicly held company on October 1, 1970, and was soon listed on the New York Stock Exchange.
The first stock split occurred in May 1971 at a price of $47 per share.
By this time, Walmart was operating in 5 states: Arkansas, Kansas, Louisiana, Missouri, and Oklahoma. It entered Tennessee in 1973 and Kentucky and Mississippi in 1974.
As the company moved into Texas in 1975, there were 125 stores, with 7,500 employees and total sales of $340.3 million. In the 1980s, Walmart briefly experimented with a precursor to the supercenter, the Hypermart.
4 stores combine features of discount stores, supermarkets, pharmacies, video arcades, and other amenities.
Walmart continued to grow rapidly, and by the company's 25th anniversary in 1987, there were 1,198 Walmart stores, with sales of $15.9 billion and 200,000 associates.
One reason for Walmart's success between 1980 and 2000 is believed to be its contiguous pattern of expansion over time, built in new distribution centers. In a hub-and-spoke framework within driving distance of existing supercenters.
1987 also marked the completion of the company's satellite network, a $24 million investment linking all stores, with two-way voice and data transmissions and one-way video communications with a Pentonville office.
At the time, the company was the largest private satellite network, allowing the corporate office to track inventory and sales and to instantly communicate to stores.
By 1984, Sam Walton had begun to source between 6% and 40% of his company's products from China.
In 1988, Walton stepped down as CEO and was replaced by David Glass.
Walton remained as chairman of the board.
During this year, the first Walmart Supercenter opened in Washington, Missouri.
With a contribution of its superstores, the company surpassed Toys R Us in toy sales in 1998. While it was the third largest retailer in the United States, Walmart was more profitable than rivals Kmart and Sears by the late 1980s.
By 1990, it became the largest U.S. retailer by revenue.
Prior to the summer of 1990, Walmart had no presence on the West Coast or in the Northeast, except for a single Sam's Club in New Jersey, which opened in November 1989. But in July and October that year, it opened its first stores in California and Pennsylvania, respectively.
By the mid-1990s, it was the most powerful retailer in the U.S. and expanded into Mexico in 1991 and Canada in 1994.
Walmart stores opened throughout the rest of the U.S., with Vermont being the last state to get a store in 1995. The company also opened stores outside North America, entering South America in 1995 with stores in Argentina and Brazil and Europe in July 1999, buying Asda in the United Kingdom for US $10 billion. In 1997, Walmart was added to the Dow Jones Industrial Average. In 1998, Walmart introduced the neighborhood market concept with 3 stores in Arkansas.
By 2005, estimates indicate that the company controlled about 20% of the retail grocery and consumables business.
In 2000, Harold Lee Scott became Walmart's president and CEO as the company's sales increased to $165 billion.
In 2002, it was listed for the first time as America's largest corporation on the Fortune 500 list, with revenues of $219.8 billion and profits of $6.7 billion.
It has remained there every year except 2006, 2009, and 2012. In 2005, Walmart reported US $312.4 billion in sales, more than 6,200 facilities around the world, including 3,800 stores in the United States and 2,800 elsewhere, employing more than 1.6 million associates.
Its U.S. presence grew so rapidly that only small pockets of the country remained more than 60 miles, 97 kilometers, from the nearest store.
As Walmart expanded rapidly into the world's largest corporation, many critics worried about its effect on local communities, particularly small towns with many mom-and-pop stores.
There have been several studies on the economic impact of Walmart on small towns and local businesses, jobs, and taxpayers.
In one, Kenneth Stone, a professor of economics at Iowa State University, found that some small towns can lose almost half of their retail trade within 10 years of a Walmart store opening.
However, in another study, he compared the changes to what small town shops had faced in the past, including the development of the railroads, the advent of the Sears Roebuck catalog, and the arrival of shopping malls, and concluded that shop owners who adapt to changes in the retail market can thrive after Walmart arrives.
A later study, in collaboration with Mississippi State University, showed that there are both positive and negative impacts on existing stores in the area where the new supercenter locates. In the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina in September 2005, Walmart used its logistics network to organize a rapid response to the disaster, donating $20 million, 1,500 truckloads of merchandise, food for 100,000 meals, and the promise of a job for every one of its displaced workers.
An independent study by Stephen Warwicks of St. Lawrence University found that Walmart, the Home Depot, and Lowe's made use of their local knowledge about supply chains, infrastructure, decision makers, and other resources to provide emergency supplies and reopen stores well before the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, began its response.
While the company was overall lauded for its quick response amidst criticism of FEMA, several critics were quick to point out that there still remained issues with the company's labor relations. In 2006, Charles Fishman published The Walmart Effect, examining the operation of Walmart's supply chain.
His book caught the attention of the press and the public.
Fishman's case studies illustrate Walmart's drive to lower costs and achieve greater efficiency and suggest that it may have significant upstream effects.
Since Fishman's book was published, Walmart has more than doubled in size.
Further research on Walmart's role in the food supply chain has tended to be limited and anecdotal. In November 2005, Walmart announced several environmental measures to increase energy efficiency and improve its overall environmental record, which had previously been lacking.
The company's primary goals included spending $500 million a year to increase fuel efficiency in Walmart's truck fleet by 25% over 3 years and double it within 10. Reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 20% in 7 years, reduce energy use at stores by 30%, and cut solid waste from U.S. stores and Sam's Clubs by 25% in 3 years.
CEO Lee Scott said that Walmart's goal was to be a good steward of the environment and ultimately use only renewable energy sources and produce zero waste.
The company also designed 3 new experimental stores with wind turbines, photovoltaic solar panels, biofuel-capable boilers, water-cooled refrigerators, and touristic gardens.
In this time, Walmart also became the biggest seller of organic milk and the biggest buyer of organic cotton in the world, while reducing packaging and energy costs.
In 2007, the company worked with outside consultants to discover its total environmental impact and find areas for improvement.
Walmart created its own electric company in Texas, Texas Retail Energy, planned to supply its stores with cheap power, purchased at wholesale prices.
Through this new venture, the company expected to save $15 million annually and also to lay the groundwork and infrastructure to sell electricity to Texas consumers in the future.
In 2006, Walmart announced that it would remodel its U.S. stores to help it appeal to a wider variety of demographics, including more affluent shoppers.
As part of the initiative, the company launched a new store in Plano, Texas, that included high-end electronics, jewelry, expensive wines, and a sushi bar.
On September 12, 2007, Walmart introduced new advertising with a slogan, "Save money, live better," replacing "always low prices, always," which it has used since 1988.
Global Insight, which conducted the research that supported the ads, found that Walmart's price level reduction resulted in savings for consumers of $287 billion. In 2006, which equated to $957 per person or $2,500 per household, up 7.3%. From the 2004 savings estimate of $2,329.
On June 30, 2008, Walmart removed the hyphen from its logo and replaced the star with a spark symbol that resembles a sunburst, flower, or star.
The new logo received mixed reviews from design critics who questioned whether the new logo was as bold as those of competitors such as the Target bullseye, or as instantly recognizable as the previous company logo, which was used for 18 years.
The new logo made its debut on the company's website on July 1, 2008, and its U.S. locations updated store logos in the fall of 2008.
Walmart Canada started to adopt the logo for its stores in early 2009.
On March 20, 2009, Walmart announced that it was paying a combined US $933.6 million in bonuses to every full and part-time hourly worker.
This was in addition to $788.8 million in profit sharing, 401k pension contributions, hundreds of millions of dollars in merchandise discounts, and contributions to the employee stock purchase plan.
While the economy at large was in an ongoing recession, Walmart reported solid financial figures for the fiscal year ending January 31, 2009, with $401.2 billion in net sales, a gain of 7.2% from the prior year.
Income from continuing operations increased 3% to $13.3 billion, and earnings per share rose 6% to $3.35.
On February 22, 2010, the company confirmed it was acquiring video streaming company Vudu, Incorporated for an estimated $100 million. In May 2021, Walmart acquired the Israeli startup Zeekit Startup for $200 million.
Zeekit uses artificial intelligence to allow customers to try on clothing via a dynamic virtual platform.
Walmart's truck fleet logs millions of miles each year, and the company planned to double the fleet's efficiency between 2005 and 2015.
The truck, pictured as one of 15, based at Walmart's Buckeye, Arizona, distribution center that was converted to run on biofuel from reclaimed cooking grease made during food preparation at Walmart stores.
Studies of food choice, dietary quality, and health have found that supercenters in the United States are associated with increases in obesity rates and average body mass, and that shoppers at Walmart do not follow dietary guidelines. For Americans as well as shoppers at traditional supermarkets.
In January 2011, Walmart announced a program to improve the nutritional value of its store brands over 5 years, reduce prices for whole foods and vegetables, and open stores in low-income areas, so-called food deserts, where there are no supermarkets.
Subsequent research is limited.
Walmart may increase food access and decrease food instability, but it does not appear to increase dietary quality.
On April 23, 2011, the company announced that it was testing its new Walmart To Go home delivery system, where customers will be able to order specific items offered on their website.
The initial test was in San Jose, California, and the company has not yet said whether the delivery system will be rolled out nationwide.
On November 14, 2012, Walmart launched its first mail subscription service called Goodies.
Customers pay a $7 monthly subscription for 5 to 8 delivered food samples each month, so they can try new foods.
The service shut down in late 2013. In August 2013, the firm announced it was in talks to acquire a majority stake in the Kenya-based supermarket chain, Mavis. In June 2014, some Walmart employees went on strike in major U.S. cities demanding higher wages.
In July 2014, American actor and comedian Tracy Morgan launched a lawsuit against Walmart seeking punitive damages over a multi-car pileup which the suit alleges was caused by the driver of one of the firm's tractor trailers who had not slept for 24 hours.
Morgan's limousine was apparently hit by the trailer, injuring him and 2 fellow passengers and killing a 4th, fellow comedian James McNair.
Walmart settled with the McNair family for $10 million while admitting no liability.
Morgan and Walmart reached a settlement in 2015 for an undisclosed amount, though Walmart later accused its insurers of bad faith in refusing to pay the settlement. In 2015, the company closed 5 stores on short notice for plumbing repairs.
However, employees of the United Food and Commercial Workers International Union, UFCW, alleged some stores were closed in retaliation for strikes aimed at increasing wages and improving working conditions.
The UFCW filed a complaint with the National Labor Relations Board.
All 5 stores have since reopened.
In 2015, Walmart was the biggest U.S. commercial producer of solar power with 142 megawatts capacity and had 17 energy storage projects.
This solar was primarily on rooftops, whereas there is an additional 20,000 square meters for solar canopies over parking lots.
On January 15, 2016, Walmart announced it would close 269 stores in 2016, affecting 16,000 workers.
154 of these stores, earmarked for closure, were in the U.S., 150 Walmart U.S. stores, 115 Walmart International stores, and 4 Sam's Clubs.
95% of these U.S. stores were located, on average, 10 miles from another Walmart store.
The 269 stores represented less than 1% of global square footage and revenue for the company.
The 102 locations of neighborhood markets that were formerly or originally planned to be Walmart Express, which had been in a pilot program since 2011 and converted into neighborhood markets in 2014, were included in the closures.
Walmart planned to focus on strengthening supercenters, optimizing neighborhood markets, growing the e-commerce business, and expanding pickup services for customers.
In fiscal 2017, the company plans to open between 50 and 60 supercenters, 85 to 95 neighborhood markets, 7 to 10 Sam's Clubs, and 200 to 240 international locations.
At the end of fiscal 2017, Walmart opened 38 supercenters and relocated, expanded, or converted 21 discount stores into supercenters, for a total of 59 supercenters, and opened 69 neighborhood markets, 8 Sam's Clubs, and 173 international locations, and relocated. expanded or converted 4 locations, for a total of 177 international locations.
On August 8, 2016, Walmart announced a deal to acquire e-commerce website Jet.com for US $3.3 billion.
Jet.com co-founder and CEO Mark Orr stayed on to run Jet.com, in addition to Walmart's existing US e-commerce operation.
The acquisition was structured as a payout of $3 billion in cash and an additional $300 million in Walmart stock vested over time as part of an incentive bonus plan for Jet.com executives.
On October 19, 2016, Walmart announced it would partner with IBM and Tsinghua University to track the pork supply chain in China using blockchain.
The use of blockchain to automate the tracking of the supply chain promises the potential for Walmart to save money and thus increase profits. On February 15, 2017, Walmart announced the acquisition of Luzijaw, a leading online active outdoor retailer, for approximately $51 million.
The acquisition closed on February 13, 2017.
On June 16, 2017, Walmart agreed to acquire the men's apparel company Bonobos for $310 million in an effort to expand its fashion holdings.
On September 29, 2017, Walmart acquired Parcel, a technology-based, same-day and last-mile delivery company in Brooklyn.
In 2018, Walmart started crowdsourcing delivery services to customers using drivers' private vehicles under the brand Spark. On December 6, 2017, Walmart announced that it would change its corporate name to Walmart Incorporated from Walmart Stores Incorporated effective February 1, 2018. On January 11, 2018, Walmart announced that 63 Sam's Club locations in cities including Memphis, Houston, Seattle, and others would be closing.
Some of the stores had already liquidated without notifying employees. Some employees learned by a company-wide email delivered January 11.
All of the 63 stores were gone from the Sam's Club website as of the morning of January 11.
Walmart said that 10 of the stores will become e-commerce distribution centers and employees can reapply to work at those locations.
Business Insider magazine calculated that over 11,000 workers will be affected.
Whoa!
On the same day, Walmart announced that as a result of the new tax law, it would be raising Walmart's starting wages, distributing bonuses, expanding its leave policies, and contributing toward the cost of employees' adoptions.
Ted McMillan, Walmart's CEO, said, "We are early in the stages of assessing the opportunities tax reform creates for us to invest in our customers and associates and to further strengthen our business, all of which should benefit our shareholders." In March 2018, Walmart announced that it is producing its own brand of meal kits in all of its stores that is priced under Blue Apron, designed to serve 2 people. It was reported that Walmart is now looking at entering the subscription video space, hoping to compete with Netflix and Amazon.
They have enlisted the help of former Epic CEO, Mark Greenberg, to help develop a low-cost subscription video streaming service.
In September 2018, Walmart partnered with comedian and talk show host Ellen DeGeneres to launch a new brand of women's apparel and accessories, called EV1. On February 26, 2019, Walmart announced that it had acquired Tel Aviv-based product review startup Aspectiva for an undisclosed sum. In May 2019, Walmart announced the launch of free one-day shipping on more than 220,000 items, with minimum purchase amount of $35.
The The initiative first launched in Las Vegas and the Phoenix area.
In September 2019, Walmart made the announcement that it would cease the sale of all e-cigarettes due to regulatory complexity and uncertainty over the products.
Earlier in 2019, Walmart stopped selling fruit-flavored e-cigarette and had raised the minimum age to 21 for the purchase of products containing tobacco.
That same month, Walmart opened its first health center, a medical mall, where customers can purchase primary care services such as vision tests, dental exams and root canals, lab work, x-rays and EKGs, counseling, and fitness and diet classes.
Prices without insurance were listed, for instance, at $30 for an annual physical and $45 for a counseling session.
Continuing with its healthcare initiative, they opened a 2,600 square feet, 240 square meters, health and wellness clinic prototype in Springdale, Arkansas just to expand services. As of October 2019, Walmart stopped selling all live fish and aquatic plants. This decade, as with many other companies, started off very unorthodox and unusual due to the large part of the coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic, including store closures, limited store occupancy, unemployment, along with social distancing protocols.
The store hours were adjusted to allow cleaning and stocking.
In March 2020, due to the pandemic, Walmart changed some of its employee benefits.
Employees can now decide to stay home and take unpaid leave if they feel unable to work or uncomfortable coming to work.
Additionally, Walmart employees who contract the virus will receive up to 2 weeks of pay.
After 2 weeks, hourly associates who are unable to return to work are eligible for up to 26 weeks in pay.
As of July 21, 2020, Walmart paid pandemic bonuses of $428 million to staff.
People who did part-time or temporary work received a bonus of $150, while those who worked full-time received a bonus of $300.
In July 2020, Walmart announced that all customers would be required to wear masks in all stores nationwide, including Sam's Club. In the first quarter of 2020, consumers responded to COVID by shopping less frequently, 5.6% fewer transactions, and buying more when they did shop, 16.5%.
As people shifted from eating out to eating at home, net sales at Walmart increased by 10.5%, while online sales rose by 74%.
Although Walmart experienced a 5.5% increase in operating expenses, its net income increased by 3.9%.
In the third quarter of 2020, ending October 31, Walmart reported revenue of $134.7 billion, representing a year-on-year increase of 5.2%.
In December 2020, Walmart launched a new service, Carrier Pickup, that allows the customers to schedule a return for a product bought online, in-store, or from a third-party vendor.
These services can be initiated on the Walmart app or on the website.
In January 2021, Walmart announced that the company is launching a fintech startup with venture partner Rivet Capital to provide financial products for consumers and employees. In February 2021, Walmart acquired technology from Thunder Industries, which uses automation to create digital ads to expand its online marketing capabilities. In August 2021, Walmart announced it would open its Spark crowdsourced delivery to other businesses as a white label service, competing with Postmates and online food ordering delivery companies. In December 2021, Walmart announced it will participate in the Stephens Investment Conference Wednesday and the Morgan Stanley Virtual Global Consumer and Retail Conference.
In June 2022, Walmart announced it would be acquiring TaBNWNE, an AR optical tech company.
In August 2022, Walmart announced it would be acquiring Volt Systems, a vendor management and product tracking software company.
Walmart announced it was partnering with TaBNWNE to offer TaBNWNE Plus content to its Walmart Plus subscribers in a bid to better compete with Amazon.
Walmart announced in August 2022 that locations were not going back to 24 hours, with most stores now being open between 6 a.m. and 11 p.m. In January 2023, Walmart announced it would raise its minimum wage for U.S. hourly workers from $12 to $14 an hour.
Approximately 340,000 employees are expected to receive a raise effective in early March 2023, and Walmart's U.S. average wage is expected to be over $17.50.
The company also announced it would be adding additional college degrees and certificates to its Live Better You program. In February 2023, Walmart announced that they had made $611.3 billion in sales in the previous financial year, up 6.7%, which included a bump in the fourth quarter of the year, which saw $164 billion in sales.
Profits for the company were also up, almost doubled from the previous year.
In April 2023, the company announced it would electric vehicle charging stations at thousands of stores by 2030, which would be on top of the almost 1,300 existing stations that were in operation at 280 company locations at the time of the announcement.
CNBC noted that the company stated it had more than 4,700 stores and 600 Sam's Club stores that were located within 10 miles of roughly 90% of Americans.
As of 2016, Walmart's operations are organized into 4 divisions: Walmart US, Walmart International, Sam's Club, and Global E-commerce.
In the United States, Walmart stores operate in 4 formats: discount, supercenters, neighborhood markets, and Sam's Club stores.
Walmart International stores include additional formats such as supermarkets, hypermarkets, cash and carry stores, home improvement, specialty electronics, restaurants, apparel stores, drug stores, and convenience stores. Walmart US is the company's largest division, accounting for US $331.666 billion, or 65% of total sales, for fiscal 2019.
It consists of 3 retail formats that have become commonplace in the United States: supercenters, discount stores, neighborhood markets, and other small formats.
The discount stores sell a variety of mostly non-grocery products, though emphasis has now shifted towards supercenters, which include more groceries.
As of October 31, 2022, there are a total of 4,720 Walmart US stores.
In the United States, 90% of the population resides within 10 miles of a Walmart store.
The total number of Walmart US stores and Sam's Clubs combined is 5,320.
The president and CEO of Walmart US is John Furner. Walmart supercenters, branded simply as Walmart, are hypermarkets with sizes varying from 69,000 to 260,000 square feet, 6,400 to 24,200 square meters, but averaging about 178,000 square feet, 16,500 square meters.
These stock general merchandise in a full-service supermarket, including meat and poultry, baked goods, delicatessen, frozen foods, dairy products, garden produce, and fresh seafood.
Many Walmart supercenters also have a garden center, pet shop, pharmacy, tire and lube express, optical center, 1-hour photo processing lab, portrait studio, and numerous alcove shops, such as cellular phone stores, hair and nail salons, video rental stores, local bank branches, such as Woodforest National Bank branches in newer locations, and fast food outlets. Many Walmart supercenters currently feature McDonald's or Subway restaurants.
In some Canadian locations, Tim Hortons were opened.
Recently, in several supercenters, like the Tallahassee, Florida and the Palm Desert, California locations, Walmart added Burger King to their locations, and the location in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Due to its past as a hypermarket called Leadmark, which operated from May 1991 to January 1994, boasts an auntie ends in an Italian restaurant.
Some Walmarts in Canada have access law locations. Mary Brown's, Burger King's, and a lot have McDonald's restaurants, and in Atlantic Canada some stores have ALC locations, and some US locations have Domino's Pizza and Claire's stores, Taco Bell's and Wendy's. Some US locations have small arcades called Gameplay.
Some locations also have fuel stations, which sell gasoline, distributed by Murphy USA, which spun off from Murphy Oil in 2013, Sunoco Incorporated, Optima, the Tesoro Corporation, Marestar, USA Gasoline, and even now Walmart, branded gas stations. The first supercenter opened in Washington, Missouri in 1988.
A similar concept, Hypermart USA, had opened a year earlier in Garland, Texas.
All Hypermart USA stores were later closed or converted into supercenters. As of October 31, 2022, there were 3,572 Walmart supercenters in 49 of the 50 U.S. states, the District of Columbia, and Puerto Rico.
Hawaii is the only state to not have a supercenter location.
The largest supercenter in the world, covering 260,000 square feet, 24,000 square meters, on 2 floors, is located in Crossgates Commons in Albany, New York. A typical supercenter sells approximately 120,000 items, compared to the 35 million products sold in Walmart's online store. The supercenter name has since been phased out, with these stores now simply referred to as Walmart, since the company introduced the new Walmart logo in 2008.
However, the branding is still used in Walmart's Canadian stores, spelled as Supercenter in Canadian English.
Walmart discount stores, also branded as simply Walmart, are discount department stores with sizes varying from 30,000 to 221,000 square feet, 2,800 to 20,500 square meters, with the average store covering 105,000 square feet, 9,800 square meters.
They carry general merchandise and limited groceries.
Some newer and remodeled discount stores have an expanded grocery department, similar to Target's Key Fresh department.
Many of these stores also feature a garden center, pharmacy, tire and lube express, optical center, 1-hour photo processing lab, portrait studio, a bank branch, a cell phone store, and a fast food outlet.
Some also have gasoline stations.
Discount stores were Walmart's original concept, though they have since been surpassed by supercenters.
In 1990, Walmart opened its first Bud's Discount City location in Bentonville.
Bud's operated as a closeout store, much like Big Lots.
Many locations were opened to fulfill leases in shopping centers as Walmart stores left and moved into newly built supercenters.
All of the once Discount City stores had closed or converted into Walmart discount stores by 1997.
At its peak, in 1996, there were 1,995 Walmart discount stores, but as of October 31, 2022, that number was dropped to 365. Walmart Neighborhood Market, sometimes branded as Neighborhood Market by Walmart, or informally known as Neighborhood Walmart, is Walmart's chain of supermarkets, ranging from 28,000 to 65,000 square feet. 2,600 to 6,000 square meters, and averaging about 42,000 square feet, 3,900 square meters, about a fifth of the size of a Walmart supercenter.
The first Walmart Neighborhood Market opened 10 years after the first supercenter opened, but Walmart did not focus on the smaller grocery store format until the 2010s.
The store's focus on three of Walmart's major sales categories: groceries, which account for about 55% of the company's revenue, pharmacy, and, at some stores, fuel.
For groceries and consumables, the stores sell fresh produce, deli and bakery items, prepared foods, meat, dairy, organic, general grocery and frozen foods, in addition to cleaning products and pet supplies.
Some stores offer wine and beer sales and drive-through pharmacies.
Some stores, such as one at Midtown Center in Bentonville, Arkansas, offer made-to-order pizza with a seating area for eating.
Customers can also use Walmart's site-to-store operation and pick up online orders at Walmart Neighborhood Market stores, just like the supercenters and discount stores. Products at Walmart Neighborhood Market stores have the same prices as those at Walmart's larger supercenters.
A Moody's analyst said the wider company's pricing structure gives the chain of grocery stores a competitive advantage over competitors Whole Foods, Kroger, and Trader Joe's.
Neighborhood Market stores expanded slowly at first as a way to fill gaps between Walmart supercenters and discount stores in existing markets.
In its first 12 years, the company opened about 180 Walmart Neighborhood Markets.
By 2010, Walmart said it was ready to accelerate its expansion plans for the grocery stores.
As of October 31, 2022, there were 682 Walmart Neighborhood Markets, each employing between 90 and 95 full-time and part-time workers.
The total number of neighborhood markets and other small formats combined is 783. Depending on the area, Neighborhood Market has some competition with IV Fast and Fresh, which launched in 2019, similar to Neighborhood Market. Walmart opened Supermercado to Walmart locations to appeal to Hispanic communities in the United States.
The first one, a 39,000 square foot, 3,600 square meter store in the Spring Branch area of Houston, opened on April 29, 2009.
The store was a conversion of an existing Walmart Neighborhood Market.
In 2009, another Supermercado to Walmart opened in Phoenix, Arizona.
Both locations closed in 2014.
In 2009, Walmart opened Mass Club, a warehouse retail operation, patterned after Sam's Club.
Its Lone Store also closed in 2014. Walmart Express was a chain of smaller, discount stores with a range of services from groceries to check cashing and gasoline service.
The The concept was focused on small towns, being unable to support a larger store in large cities where space was at a premium.
Walmart plans to build 15 to 20 Walmart Express stores, focusing on Arkansas, North Carolina, and Chicago, by the end of its fiscal year in January 2012.
As of September 2014, Walmart rebranded all 22 of its express format stores to neighborhood markets in an effort to streamline its retail offer.
It continued to open new express stores under the neighborhood market name.
As of October 31, 2022, there were 101 small format stores in the United States.
These include 92 other small formats, 8 convenience stores, and 1 pickup location.
On January 15, 2016, Walmart announced that it would be closing 269 stores globally, including the 102 neighborhood markets. Markets that were formerly or originally planned to be express stores.
Between 2002 and 2022, Walmart owned the Amigo supermarkets chain in Puerto Rico.
In 2022, Walmart announced that it would sell its Amigo stores to Pueblo Incorporated and focus on modernizing its 18 Supercenter and Division 1 formats and 7 Sam's Club stores.
In September 2006, Walmart announced a pilot program to sell generic drugs at $4 per prescription.
The program was launched at stores in the Tampa, Florida area and by January 2007 had been expanded to all stores in Florida.
While the average price of generics is $29 per prescription, compared to $102 for name brand drugs, Walmart maintains that it is not selling at a loss or providing them as an act of charity. Instead, they are using the same mechanisms of mass distribution that it uses to bring lower prices to other products.
Many of Walmart's low-cost generics are imported from India, where they are made by drug makers that include Ranbaxy and Cipla.
On February 6, 2007, the company launched a beta version of a movie download service, which sold about 3,000 films and television episodes from all major studios and television networks.
The service was discontinued on December 21, 2007, due to low sales.
In 2008, Walmart started a pilot program in the small grocery store concept called Market Side in the metropolitan Phoenix, Arizona area.
The 4 stores closed in 2011.
In 2015, Walmart began testing a free grocery pickup service, allowing customers to select products online and choose their pickup time.
At the store, a Walmart employee loads the groceries into the customer's car.
As of December 17, 2017, the service is available in 39 U.S. states. In May 2016, Walmart announced a change to Shipping Pass, its 3-day shipping service, and that it will move from a 3-day delivery to 2-day delivery to remain competitive with Amazon.
Walmart priced it at $49 per year, compared to Amazon Prime's $99 per year price.
In June 2016, Walmart and Sam's Club announced that they would begin testing a last-mile grocery delivery that used services including Uber, Lyft, and Deliv to bring customers' orders to their homes.
Walmart customers would be able to shop using the company's online grocery service at grocery.walmart.com, then request delivery at checkout for a small fee.
The first tests were planned to go live in Denver and Phoenix.
Walmart announced on March 14, 2018, that it would expand online delivery to 100 metropolitan regions in the United States. The equivalent of 40% of households by the end of the year of 2018.
Walmart's Winemaker's Selection Private Label wine was introduced in June 2018 in about 1,100 stores.
The wine, from domestic and international sources, was described by Washington Post food and wine columnist Dave McIntyre as notably good for the inexpensive $11 to $16 per bottle price level.
In October 2019, Walmart announced that customers in 2,000 locations in 29 states can use the grocery pickup service for their adult beverage purchases.
Walmart will also deliver adult beverages from nearly 200 stores across California and Florida.
In February 2020, Walmart announced a new membership program called Walmart Plus.
The news came shortly after Walmart announced the discontinuation of its personal shopping service, Jet Black.
Locations as of October 1, 2022. As of October 31, 2022, Walmart's international operations comprised 5,266 stores and 800,000 workers in 23 countries outside the United States.
There are wholly owned operations in Argentina, Brazil, Canada, and the UK.
With 2.2 million employees worldwide, the company is the largest private employer in the US and Mexico, and one of the largest in Canada.
In fiscal 2019, Walmart's international division sales were US $120.824 billion, or 23.7% of total sales.
International retail units range from 1,400 to 186,000 square feet, 130 to 17,280 square meters. While wholesale units range from 24,000 to 158,000 square feet, 2,200 to 14,700 square meters.
Judith McKenna is the president and CEO of Walmart International.
Walmart also owns 51% of the Central American Retail Holding Company, CARHCO, which, as of October 31, 2022, consists of 868 stores, including 263 stores in Guatemala. Under the K's, 27 locations, Walmart Supercenter, 10 locations, Dispensa Familiar, 181 locations, and Maxi Dispensa, 45 locations, Banners, 102 stores, in El Salvador, under the Dispensa Familiar, 63 locations, La Dispensa de Don Juan, 17 locations, Walmart Supercenter, 6 locations, and Maxi Dispensa, 16 locations, Banners, 111 stores in Honduras. Including the K's, 8 locations, Walmart Supercenter, 4 locations, Dispensa Familiar, 71 locations, and Maxi Dispensa, 28 locations, Banners, 102 stores in Nicaragua. Including the Poly, 71 locations, La Union, 9 locations, Maxi Poly, 20 locations, and Walmart Supercenter, 2 locations, Banners, and 290 stores in Costa Rica. Including the Maxi Poly, 49 locations, Mass X Manos, 38 locations, Walmart Supercenter, 14 locations, and Poly, 189 locations, Banners. In January 2009, the company acquired a controlling interest in the largest grocer in Chile, Distribution Y Servicio de SSA.
In 2010, the company was renamed Walmart Chile.
October 31, 2022, Walmart Chile operates 384 stores under the banners Lighter Hyper, 97 locations, Lighter Express, 154 locations, Super Bodega Apunta, 122 locations, and Central Mayorista, 11 locations. Walmart opened its first international store in Mexico in 1991.
As of October 31, 2022, Walmart's Mexico division, the largest outside the U.S., consisted of 2,804 stores.
Walmart in Mexico operates Walmart Supercenter, 300 locations, Sam's Club, 167 locations, Bodega Aurrera, 571 locations, Miles Bodega Aurrera, 438 locations, Bodega Aurrera Express, 1,229 locations, and Walmart Express, 99 locations. Walmart has operated in Canada since it acquired 122 stores comprising the Wilco division of Woolworth Canada, incorporated on January 14, 1994.
As of October 31, 2022, it operates 402 locations, including 343 supercenters and 59 discount stores and, as of June 2015, it employs 89,358 people with a local home office in Mississauga, Ontario.
Walmart Canada's first three supercenters, spelled in Canadian English, opened in November 2006 in Ancaster, London, and Stouffville, Ontario.
The 100th Canadian Supercenter opened in July 2010 in Victoria, British Columbia.
In 2010, approximately 1 year after its incorporation of Schedule 2, Foreign-Owned, Deposit-Taking of Canada's Bank Act, Walmart Canada Bank was introduced with the launch of the Walmart Canada Rewards MasterCard.
Less than 10 years later, however, on May 17, 2018, Walmart Canada announced it had reached a definitive agreement to sell Walmart Canada Bank to First National co-founder Stephen Smith and private equity firm Centerbridge Partners, LP, on undisclosed financial terms, though it added that it would still be issuer of the Walmart Canada Rewards MasterCard.
On April 1, 2019, Centerbridge Partners, LP and Stephen Smith jointly announced the closing of the previously announced acquisition of Walmart Canada Bank, and that it was to be renamed Duo Bank of Canada, to be styled simply as Duo Bank.
Though exact ownership percentages were never revealed in either company announcement, it has also since been revealed that Duo Bank was reclassified as a Schedule 1 domestic, deposit-taking, federally chartered bank of the Bank Act in Canada from the Schedule 2, foreign-owned or controlled, deposit-taking that it had been, which indicates that Stephen Smith, as a noted Canadian businessman, is in a controlling position.
On September 28, 2010, Walmart announced it with Landmassmart Holdings Limited of Johannesburg, South Africa, in a deal worth over $4 billion, giving the company its first footprint in Africa.
As of October 31, 2022, it had 411 stores, including 361 stores in South Africa under the banners Game Food Co. 78 locations, CDW, 41 locations, Game, 39 locations, Builders Express, 50 locations, Builders Warehouse, 34 locations, Cambridge, 42 locations, Rhino, 15 locations, Macro, 23 locations, Builders Trade Depot, 8 locations, Jumbo, 13 locations, and Builders Superstore, 18 locations, 11 stores in Botswana. Under the banner CDW, 7 locations, Game Food Co., 2 locations, and Builders Warehouse, 2 locations, 4 stores in Ghana, under the Game Food Co. banner. 4 stores in Kenya under the banners Game Food Co. 3 locations, and Builder's Warehouse, 1 location, 3 stores in Lesotho. Under the banner CBW, 2 locations, and Game Food Co. 1 location, 2 stores in Malawi. Under the Game banner, 6 stores in Mozambique. Under the banners Builder's Warehouse, 2 locations, Game Food Co., 2 locations, CBW, 1 location, and Builders Express, 1 location, 5 stores in Namibia. Under the banners Game Food Co., 4 locations, and Game, 1 location, 5 stores in Nigeria. Under the banners Game, 3 locations, and Game Food Co., 2 location. 1 store in Swaziland under the CBW banner, 1 store in Tanzania under the Game Food Co. banner, 1 store in Uganda under the Game banner, and 7 stores in Zambia. Under the banner CBW, 1 location, Game Food Co., 3 locations, Builder's Warehouse, 2 locations, and Builders Express, 1 location.
Walmart has joint ventures in China and several majority-owned subsidiaries.
As of October 31, 2022, Walmart China, Walmart operates 369 stores under the Walmart Supercenter, 330 locations. And Sam's Club, 39 locations, banners.
In February 2012, Walmart announced that the company raised its stake to 51% in Chinese online supermarket A.K.A. to tap rising consumer wealth and help the company offer more products.
Walmart took full ownership in July 2015.
In December 2021, the Chinese Communist Party's Central Commission for Discipline Inspection warned Walmart about not stocking products made from inputs from Xinjiang in response to the IDER, Forced Labor Prevention Act. In November 2006, the company announced a joint venture with Bharti Enterprises to operate in India.
As foreign corporations were not allowed to enter the retail sector directly, Walmart operated through franchises and handled the wholesale end of the business.
The partnership involved 2 joint ventures. Bharti manages the front end, involving opening of retail outlets, while Walmart takes care of the back end, such as cold chains and logistics.
Walmart operates stores in India under the name Best Price Modern Wholesale.
The first store opened in Amritsar on May 30, 2009.
On September 14, 2012, the government of India approved 51% FDI in multi-brand retails, subject to approval by individual states. Effective September 20, 2012.
Scott Price, Walmart's president and CEO for Asia, told the Wall Street Journal that the company would be able to start opening Walmart stores in India within 2 years.
Expansion into India faced some significant problems.
In November 2012, Walmart admitted to spending $25 million lobbying the Indian National Congress. Lobbying is conventionally considered bribery in India.
Walmart is conducting an internal investigation into potential violations of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act.
Bharti Walmart suspended a number of employees, rumored to include its CFO and legal team, to ensure a complete and thorough investigation.
In October 2013, Bharti and Walmart separated to pursue business independently.
On May 9, 2018, Walmart announced its intent to acquire a 77% majority stake in the Indian e-commerce company Flipkart for $16 billion in a deal that was completed on August 18, 2018.
As of October 31, 2022, there are 28 best price modern wholesale locations.
In the 1990s, Walmart tried with a large financial investment to get a foothold in both German and Indonesian retail markets. Walmart entered Indonesia with the opening of stores in Lippo Supermall, now known as Supermall Karawasi, and Megamall Plut, now known as Plut Village, respectively, under a joint venture agreement with local conglomerate Lippo Group.
Both stores closed down due to the 1997 Asian financial crisis.
In 1997, Walmart took over the supermarket chain Werthof with its 21 stores for 50 million Deutschmarks, and the following year Walmart acquired 74 Interstar stores for 1.3 billion Deutschmarks.
The German market at this point was an oligopoly with high competition among companies which used a similar low-price strategy as Walmart.
As a result, Walmart's low-price strategy yielded no competitive advantage.
Walmart's corporate culture was not viewed positively among employees and customers, particularly Walmart's statement of ethics, which attempted to restrict relationships between employees. A possible violation of German labor law and led to a public discussion in the media, resulting in a bad reputation among customers.
In July 2006, Walmart announced its withdrawal from Germany due to sustained losses.
The stores were sold to the German company Metro during Walmart's fiscal third quarter.
Walmart did not disclose its losses from its German investment, but they were estimated to be around 3 billion euros. In 2004, Walmart bought the 118 stores in the Lampreco supermarket chain in northeastern Brazil.
In late 2005, it took control of the Brazilian operations of Sane Distribution Group through its new subsidiary, WNS Supermercados do Brasil, thus acquiring control of the Nacional and Mercatorama supermarket chains, the leaders in the Rio Grande do Sul and Paraná states, respectively.
None of these stores were rebranded.
As of January 2014, Walmart operated 61 Lampreco supermarkets, 39 Hyper Lampreco stores.
It also ran 57 Walmart Supercenters, 27 Sam's Clubs, and 174 TaBNWNE stores.
With the acquisition of Lampreco and Sane, by 2010, Walmart was the third largest supermarket chain in Brazil, behind Carrefour and A.K.A.
Walmart Brazil, the operating company, has its head office in Barueri, São Paulo State, and regional offices in Curitiba, Paraná, Porto Alegre, Rio Grande do Sul, Recife, Pernambuco, and Salvador, Bahia.
Walmart Brazil operates under the banners Todo Dia, Nacional, Lampreco, Walmart Supercenter, Maxi Atacado, Hypermercado Big, Hyper Lampreco, Sam's Club, Mercatorama, Walmart Pasto, Gas Station, Supermercado Todo Dia, and Hyper Todo Dia.
Recently, the company started the conversion process of all Hyper Lampreco and Big stores into Walmart Supercenters and Lampreco, Nacional and Mercatorama stores into the Walmart Supermercado brand. Since August 2018, Walmart Incorporated only holds a minority stake in Walmart Brazil, which was renamed Grupo Big on August 12, 2019, with 20% of the company's shares. And private equity firm Advent International holding 80% ownership of the company.
On March 24, 2021, it was announced that Carrefour would be acquiring Grupo Big.
Walmart Argentina was founded in 1995 and operates stores under the banners Walmart Supercenter, Changomas, Mi Changomas, and Punto Mayorista.
On November 6, 2020, it was announced that Walmart has sold its Argentine operations to TaBNWNE.
Walmart's UK subsidiary Asda, which retained its name after being acquired by Walmart, is based in Leeds and accounted for 42.7% of 2006 sales as Walmart's international division.
In contrast to the US operations, Asda was originally and still remains primarily a grocery chain, but with a stronger focus on non-food items than most UK supermarket chains other than Tesco.
In 2010, Asda acquired stores from Netto UK.
In addition to small suburban Asda supermarkets, larger stores are branded supercenters.
Other banners include Asda Superstores, Asda Living, and Asda Petrol Fueling Station.
In July 2015, Asda updated its logo featuring the Walmart asterisks behind the first A in the logo.
In May 2018, Walmart announced plans to sell Asda to rival Sainsbury's for $10.1 billion.
Under the terms of the deal, Walmart would have received a 42% stake in the combined company and about £3 billion in cash.
However, in April 2019, the United Kingdom's Competition and Markets Authority blocked the proposed sale of Asda to Sainsbury's. On October 2, 2020, it was announced that Walmart will sell a majority stake of Asda to a consortium of Zuber and Mosinisa, the owners of EG Group, and private equity firm TDR Capital, for £6.8 billion. Pending approval from the Competition and Markets Authority. In Japan, Walmart owned 100% of CU as of 2008.
It operates under the CU Hypermarket, CU Supermarket, CU General Merchandise, Living, and Sunny banners.
On November 16, 2020, Walmart announced they would be selling 65% of their shares in the company to the private equity firm A.K.A. in a deal valuing 329 stores and 34,600 employees at $1.6 billion.
Walmart is supposed to retain 15% and a seat on the board, while a joint venture between KKR and Japanese company Rakuten Incorporated will receive 20%.
An April 2012 investigation by the New York Times reported the allegations of a former executive of Walmart New Mexico that, in September 2005, the company had paid bribes via local fixers to officials throughout Mexico in exchange for construction permits, information, and other favors, which gave Walmart a substantial advantage over competitors.
Walmart investigators found credible evidence that Mexican and American laws had been broken.
Concerns were also raised that Walmart executives in the United States had hushed up the allegations.
A follow-up investigation by the New York Times, published December 17, 2012, revealed evidence that regulatory permission for sitting, construction, an operation of 19 stores had been obtained through bribery.
There was evidence that a rival US $52,000 was paid to change the zoning map, which enabled the opening of a Walmart store a mile from a historical site in San Juan, Tijuana in 2004.
After the initial article was released, Walmart released a statement denying the allegations and describing its anti-corruption policy.
While an official Walmart report states that it had found no evidence of corruption, the article alleges that previous internal reports had indeed turned up such evidence before the story became public.
Forbes magazine contributor Adam Harton also commented that the bribery scandal was a reflection of Walmart's serious management and strategy troubles, stating, "Scandals are now commonplace." Each scandal points out that Walmart's strategy is harder to navigate and is running into big problems.
In 2012, there was an incident with CJ Seafood, a crawfish processing firm in Louisiana that was partnered with Walmart, that eventually gained media attention for the mistreatment of its 40 H-2B visa workers from Mexico.
These workers experienced harsh living conditions in tightly packed trailers outside of the work facility, physical threats, verbal abuse, and were forced to work day-long shifts.
Many of the workers were afraid to take action about the abuse due to the fact that the manager threatened the lives of their family members in the U.S. and Mexico if the abuse were to be reported.
8 of the workers confronted management at CJ Seafood about the mistreatment. However, the management denied the abuse allegations and the workers went on strike.
The workers then took their stories to Walmart due to their partnership with CJ's.
While Walmart was investigating the situation, the workers collected 150,000 signatures of supporters who agreed that Walmart should stand by the workers and take action.
In June 2012, the visa workers held a protest and day-long hunger strike outside of the apartment building where a Walmart board member resided.
Following this protest, Walmart announced its final decision to no longer work with CJ Seafood.
Less than a month later, the Department of Labor fined CJ Seafood approximately $460,000 in back pay, safety violations, wage and hour violations, civil damages, and fines for abuses to the H-2B program.
The company has been shut down.
As of December 2012, internal investigations were ongoing into possible violations of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act.
Walmart has invested US $99 million on internal investigations, which expanded beyond Mexico to implicate operations in China, Brazil, and India.
The case has added fuel to the debate as to whether foreign investment will result in increased prosperity, or if it merely allows local retail trade and economic policy to be taken over by foreign financial and corporate interests. Sam's Club is a chain of warehouse clubs that sell groceries and general merchandise, often in bulk.
Locations generally range in size from 32,000 to 168,000 square feet, 3,000 to 15,600 square meters, with an average club size of approximately 134,000 square feet, 12,400 square meters.
The first Sam's Club was opened by Walmart, incorporated in 1983 in Midwest City, Oklahoma under the name Sam's Wholesale Club.
The chain was named after its founder Sam Walton.
As of October 31, 2022, Sam's Club operated 600 membership warehouse clubs and accounted for 11.3% of Walmart's revenue at $57.839 billion in fiscal year 2019.
Catherine McClay is the president and CEO of Sam's Club.
Based in San Bruno, California, Walmart's global e-commerce division provides online retailing for Walmart, Sam's Club, Asda, and all other international brands.
There are several locations in the United States, in California and Oregon, San Bruno, Sunnyvale, Brisbane, and Portland.
Locations outside of the United States include Shanghai, China, Leeds, United Kingdom, and Bangalore, India. About 40% of products sold in Walmart are private labels, which are produced for the company through contracts with manufacturers.
Walmart began offering private label brands in 1991 with the launch of Sam's Choice, a line of drinks produced by hot beverages for Walmart.
Sam's Choice quickly became popular and by 1993 was the third most popular beverage brand in the United States.
Other Walmart brands include Great Value Liquid in the US and Canada and Smart Price in Britain.
A 2006 study talked of the magnitude of mindshare Walmart appears to hold in the shoppers' minds when it comes to the awareness of private label brands and retailers. In 2010, the company teamed with Procter & Gamble to produce Secrets of the Mountain and the Jensen Project, 2-hour family movies, which featured the characters using Walmart and Procter & Gamble branded products.
The Jensen Project also featured a preview of a product to be released in several months in Walmart stores.
A third movie, A Walk in My Shoes, also aired in 2010 and a fourth is in production.
Walmart's Director of Brand Marketing also serves as co-chair of the Association of National Advertisers Alliance for Family Entertainment.
In September 2016, Walmart purchased e-commerce company Jet.com, founded in 2014 by Mark Lore, to start competing with Amazon.com.
Jet.com has acquired its own share of online retailers such as Needle in March 2016, ShoeBuy.com in December 2016, and ModCloth in March 2017.
Walmart also acquired Parcel, a delivery service in New York, on September 29, 2017. On February 15, 2017, Walmart acquired Moosejaw, an online active outdoor retailer, for approximately $51 million.
Moosejaw brought with it partnerships with more than 400 brands, including Patagonia, The North Face, Marmot, and Arc'teryx.
Mark Lore, Walmart's U.S. e-commerce CEO, said that Walmart's existing physical infrastructure of almost 5,000 stores around the U.S. will enhance their digital expansion by doubling as warehouses for e-commerce without increasing overhead.
As of 2017, Walmart offers in-store pickup for online orders at 1,000 stores, with plans to eventually expand the service to all of its stores.
On May 9, 2018, Walmart announced its intent to acquire a 77% controlling stake in the Indian e-commerce website Flipkart for $16 billion, beating bids by Amazon.com, subject to regulatory approval.
Following its completion, the website's management will report to Mark Lore.
Completion of the deal was announced on August 18, 2018. The company's partnership with subscription service Kidbox was announced on April 16, 2019. Walmart is headquartered in the Walmart Home Office Complex in Bentonville, Arkansas.
The company's business model is based on selling a wide variety of general merchandise at low prices.
Ted McMillan became Walmart's CEO on February 1, 2014.
He has also worked as the head of Sam's Club and Walmart International.
The company refers to its employees as associates.
All Walmart stores in the US and Canada also have designated greeters at the entrance, a practice pioneered by Sam Walton and later imitated by other retailers.
Greeters are trained to help shoppers find what they want and answer their questions. For many years, associates were identified in the store by their signature blue vest, but this practice was discontinued in June 2007 and replaced with khaki pants and polo shirts.
The wardrobe change was part of a larger corporate overhaul to increase sales and rejuvenate the company's stock price.
In September 2014, the uniform was again updated to bring back a vest, paid for by the company, for store employees over the same polos and khaki or black pants, paid for by the employee.
The vest is navy blue for Walmart employees at supercenters and discount stores, lime green for Walmart neighborhood market employees, and yellow for self-checkout associates, store greeters, and customer service managers.
All three state, proud Walmart associate, on the left breast and the Spark logo covering the back.
Reportedly, one of the main reasons the vest was reintroduced was that some customers had trouble identifying employees.
In 2016, self-checkout associates, store greeters, and customer service managers began wearing a yellow vest to be better seen by customers.
By requiring employees to wear uniforms that are made up of standard streetwear, Walmart is not required to purchase the uniforms or reimburse employees, which are required in some states, as long as that clothing can be worn elsewhere.
Businesses are only legally required to pay for branded shirts and pants or clothes that would be difficult to wear outside of work. Unlike many other retailers, Walmart does not charge slotting fees to suppliers for their products to appear in the store.
Instead, it focuses on selling more popular products and provides incentives for store managers to drop unpopular products.
From 2006 to 2010, the company eliminated its layaway program.
In 2011, the company revived its layaway program.
Walmart introduced its site-to-store program in 2007 after testing the program since 2004 on a limited basis.
The program allows Walmart.com customers to buy goods online with a free shipping option and have goods shipped to the nearest store for pickup.
On September 15, 2017, Walmart announced that it would build a new headquarters in Bentonville to replace its current 1971 building and consolidate operations that have spread out to 20 different buildings throughout Bentonville. According to Watchdog Group documented in 2020, Walmart contributed $140,000 to the Rule of Law Defense Fund, a fundraising arm of the Republican Attorneys General Association. For the fiscal year ending January 31, 2019, Walmart reported net income of US $6.67 billion on $514.405 billion in revenue.
The company's international operations accounted for $120.824 billion, or 23.7% of its $510.329 billion of sales.
Walmart is the world's 29th largest public corporation, according to the Forbes Global 2000 list, and the largest public corporation when ranked by revenue. Walmart is governed by an 11-member board of directors, elected annually by shareholders.
Gregory Boyd Tenner, son-in-law of Samuel Robson Walton and the grandson-in-law of Sam Walton, serves as chairman of the board.
Ted McMillan serves as president and chief executive officer.
Current members of the board are Gregory Boyd Tenner, chairman of the board of directors of Walmart Incorporated and general partner of Madrone Capital Partners.
Cesar Khan, chairman of NBC Universal International Group and NBC Universal Telemundo Enterprises.
Timothy T. Flynn, retired CEO of KPMG International.
Sarah Fryer, CEO of Nextdoor.
Carla Harris, Vice Chairman of Wealth Management, Head of Multicultural Client Strategy, Managing Director, and Senior Client Advisor at Morgan Stanley.
Tom Horton, Senior Advisor at Warburg Pincus, LLC, and retired Chairman and CEO of American Airlines.
Marissa N. Mayer, co-founder of Lumi Labs, Incorporated, and former President and CEO of Yahoo, Incorporated.
Judd McMillan, President and CEO of Walmart.
Randall Stevenson, retired Chairman and CEO of A.K.A. Incorporated.
Samuel Robson, Rod Walton, retired Chairman of the Board of Directors of Walmart Incorporated.
And Stuart Walton, founder of RZC Investments, LLC.
Notable former members of the board include Hillary Clinton, 1985 to 1992, and Tom Coughlin, 2003 to 2004, the latter having served as vice chairman.
Clinton left the board before the 1992 U.S. presidential election, and Coughlin left in December 2005 after pleading guilty to wire fraud and tax evasion for stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from Walmart.
After Sam Walton's death in 1992, Don Sederquist, Chief Operating Officer and Senior Vice Chairman, became known as the Keeper of the Culture. Walmart Incorporated is a Delaware, domiciled joint stock company registered with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, with its registered office located in Wolters Kluwer's Corporation Trust Center in Wilmington.
As of March 2017, it has 3,292,377,090 outstanding shares.
These are held mainly by the Walton family, a number of institutions and funds. 43.00%, 1,415,891,131, Walton Enterprises LLC.
5.30%, 174,563,205, Walton Family Holdings Trust.
3.32%, 102,036,399, the Vanguard Group, Incorporated.
2.37%, 72,714,226, State Street Corporation.
1.37%, 42,171,892, BlackRock Institutional Trust Company.
0.94%, 28,831,721, Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund.
0.77%, 23,614,578, BlackRock Fund Advisors.
0.71%, 21,769,126, Dodge & Cox Incorporated.
0.68%, 20,978,727, Vanguard 500 Index Fund.
0.65%, 20,125,838, Bank of America Corporation.
0.04%, 0.57%, 17,571,058, Bank of New York Mellon Corporation.
0.57%, 17,556,128, Northern Trust Corporation.
0.55%, 16,818,165, Vanguard Institutional Index Fund.
0.55%, 16,800,850, State Farm Mutual Automobile Insurance Co.
And 0.52%, 15,989,827, SPDR/S&P 500 ETF Trust. In North America, Walmart's primary competitors include grocery stores and department stores like Aldi, Lidl, Kmart, Kroger, Ingles, Publix, Target, Harris Teeter, Meyer, and Winn-Dixie in the United States. Hudson's Bay, Loblaw retail stores, Sobeys, Metro, and Giant Tiger in Canada, and Commercial Mexicana and Soriana in Mexico.
Competitors of Walmart's Sam's Club division are Costco and the smaller BJ's Wholesale Club chain.
Walmart's move into the grocery business in the late 1990s set it against major supermarket chains in both the United States and Canada.
Studies have typically found that Walmart's prices are significantly lower than those of their competitors, and that Walmart's presence is associated with lower food prices for households.
Comparisons of performance metrics such as sales per square foot suggest that supermarkets in direct competition with Walmart Supercenter show significant decreases in profit margins, an effect that is strongest in the case of unionized competitors.
Between 2000 and 2010, Walmart's entry into new areas often lowered local food prices at other stores.
However, recent studies have not found the same effect, suggesting that retailers may have changed their competitive strategies. While the idea that Walmart destroys small businesses is widely assumed to be true, research so far suggests that Walmart superstores have little effect on smaller retailers such as mom-and-pop businesses.
Differences in impact appear to be specific to the goods sold.
Small retailers may experience difficulty if they rely on selling products identical to those at Walmart or if they try to sell at lower prices.
Dollar stores such as Family Dollar and Dollar General have been able to find the small niche market and compete successfully against Walmart.
In 2004, Walmart responded by testing its own dollar store concept, a subsection of some stores called pennies and cents. Walmart also had to face fierce competition in some foreign markets.
For example, in Germany it had captured just 2% of the German food market following its entry into the market in 1997 and remained a secondary player behind Aldi with 19%.
Walmart continues to do well in the UK, where it says the subsidiary is the second largest retailer. In May 2006, after entering the South Korean market in 1998, Walmart sold all 16 of its South Korean outlets to Shinsegae, a local retailer, for US $882 million.
Shinsegae rebranded the Walmart's as E-Mart stores.
Walmart struggled to export its brand elsewhere as it rigidly tried to reproduce its model overseas.
In China, Walmart hopes to succeed by adapting and doing things preferable to Chinese citizens.
For example, it found that Chinese consumers preferred to select their own live fish and seafood. Stores began displaying the meat uncovered and installed fish tanks, leading to higher sales. In the United States, Walmart's early growth occurred in the Southeast and Lower Midwest.
More recently, Walmart has expanded throughout the country.
The number of Walmart stores per 1,000 people in 2019 was highest in Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Alabama, and Kansas, and lowest in Hawaii, California, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and New York.
California and New Jersey were 2 of the 10 states with the largest increases in supercenters between 2011 and 2020, along with Pennsylvania, Illinois, and Wisconsin.
Walmart customers display strong customer loyalty and cite low prices as the most important reason for shopping there.
Walmart has characterized their shoppers as falling into 3 main groups: value price shoppers, people who like low prices and cannot afford much more; brand aspirationals, people with low incomes who buy well-known brands in hopes of assuring quality; and price-sensitive affluents, wealthier shoppers who seek deals.
As in 2022, the average U.S. Walmart customer earned about $80,000 per year, above the U.S. average personal income of $63,214.
Walmart reports that during times of rising inflation, customers become more sensitive to rising food prices, buying less expensive food items such as hot dogs and canned tuna rather than deli cold cuts.
They also see more upper-income shoppers looking for bargains. Walmart shoppers have been reported to be politically conservative.
A poll after the 2004 U.S. presidential election reported that 76% of voters who shopped at Walmart once a week reported voting for George Walker Bush, while only 23% supported Senator John Kerry.
When measured against similar retailers in the U.S. in 2006, frequent Walmart shoppers were rated the most politically conservative.
As of 2014, 54% of Americans who preferred to shop at Walmart reported that they opposed same-sex marriage, while 40% were in favor, reflecting the store's southern roots.
Due to its concentration of stores in the Bible Belt, Walmart is known for its tradition of tailoring its service to church-going customers.
Walmart has carried clean versions of hip-hop audio CDs and in cooperation with a Timothy Plan, placed plastic sheets over suggestive women's periodicals and dandelion mags such as Maxim magazine.
Walmart also caters to its Christian customer base by selling Christian books and media, such as Veggie Tales videos and The Purpose-Driven Life, earning the company over US $1 billion annually. In 2006, Walmart took steps to expand its U.S. customer base, announcing a modification in its U.S. stores from a one-size-fits-all merchandising strategy to one designed to reflect each of 6 demographic groups: African Americans, the affluent, empty nesters, Hispanics, suburbanites, and rural residents.
Around 6 months later, it unveiled a new slogan, saving people money so they can live better lives.
Walmart has also made steps to appeal to more liberal customers, for example, by rejecting the American Family Association's recommendations and carrying the DVD Brokeback Mountain, a love story between 2 gay cowboys in Wyoming. Walmart stopped selling handguns in all U.S. states, except for Alaska, in 1993. In 2018, Walmart stopped selling guns and ammunition to persons younger than 21, following a similar move by Dick's Sporting Goods on the same day.
In the same year, Walmart stopped selling military-style rifles that were commonly used in mass shootings.
As of 2019, Walmart was a major retailer of firearms and ammunition.
In 2019, after 23 people were killed in a mass shooting at a Walmart store in El Paso, Texas, Walmart announced that it would stop selling all handgun ammunition and certain short-barreled rifle ammunition.
The company also announced that it would stop selling handguns in Alaska, the only state where the company still sold handguns.
The move was expected to reduce Walmart's U.S. market share in ammunition from around 20% to around 6 to 9%.
Walmart also stated that it was respectfully requesting that customers not openly carry weapons in Walmart stores except for authorized law enforcement officers. Following the fatal police shooting of Walter Wallace Jr. in October 2020, Walmart temporarily removed gun and ammunition displays in thousands of stores across the U.S. from sales floors, grounding their reason in concerns of civil unrest.
Company spokesman Corey Lundberg said in a statement that, "We have seen some isolated civil unrest, and as we have done on several occasions over the last few years, we have moved our firearms and ammunition off the sales floor as a precaution for the safety of our associates and customers."
Firearms and ammunition will still be available for purchase on request, but the duration of the removal of both from the sales floor remains undetermined. Many Walmart technology projects are coded in the open and available through the Walmart Labs GitHub repository as open source software under the OSI approved Apache v2.0 license.
As of November 2016, 141 public GitHub projects are listed.
During a migration of the Walmart.com retail platform to Facebook React and Node.js, the Electrode project was created to power the e-commerce platform, which serves 80 million visitors per month and 15 million items. The Electrode provides various developer enhancements and tools for the developer, including Node.js configuration and feature management. Alex Gregorian of Walmart Labs released a statement on Medium.com on October 3, 2016, explaining the details of the applications and the scale that they operate at Walmart. As the largest retailer in the U.S., Walmart collects and analyzes a large amount of consumer data.
The big data sets are mined for use in predictive analytics, which allow the company to optimize operations by predicting customers' habits.
Walmart's data center is unofficially referred to as Area 71. In April 2011, Walmart acquired Cosmix to develop software for analyzing real-time data streams.
Whoa!
In August 2012, Walmart announced its Polaris search engine.
The amount of data gathered by Walmart has raised privacy concerns. In 2016, Walmart began a drive to automate much of the cash handling process.
Walmart began replacing employees who count currency by hand with machines that count 8 bills per second and 3,000 coins a minute.
The processing machines, located in the back of stores, allow cashiers to process the money for electronic depositing. Sam Walton believed that the company's contribution to society was the fact that it operated efficiently, thereby lowering the cost of living for customers, and therefore, in that sense, was a powerful force for good, despite his refusal to contribute cash to philanthropic causes.
Having begun to feel that his wealth attracted people who wanted nothing more than a handout, he explained that while he believed his family had been fortunate and wished to use his wealth to aid worthy causes like education, they could not be expected to solve every personal problem that comes to their attention.
He explained later in his autobiography, "We feel very strongly that Walmart really is not, and should not be, in the charity business," stating any debit has to be passed along to somebody, either shareholders or our customers.
Since Sam Walton's death in 1992, however, Walmart and the Walmart Foundation dramatically increased charitable giving.
For example, in 2005, Walmart donated US $20 million in cash and merchandise for Hurricane Katrina relief, and in 2020 they committed $25 million to organizations on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic response.
Today, Walmart's charitable donations approach US $1 billion each year.
As of January 2021, healthcare workers could get vaccines through Walmart in New Mexico and Arkansas.
Walmart planned to offer vaccines in Georgia, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, New Jersey, South Carolina, Texas, Chicago, and Puerto Rico, with a target of delivering between 10 million and 13 million doses per month at full capacity.
In May 2021, Walmart said that starting from May 18, all its fully vaccinated employees can stop wearing masks at work following the guidance from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. A 2005 story in the Washington Post reported that Walmart's discounting on food alone boosts the welfare of American shoppers by at least US $50 billion per year.
A study in 2005 at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, measured the effect on consumer welfare and found that the poorest segment of the population benefits the most from the existence of discount retailers.
In 2006, American newspaper columnist George Will stated that in terms of economic effects, Walmart and its effects save shoppers more than US $200 billion a year, dwarfing such government programs as food stamps, US $28.6 billion, and the Earned Income Tax Credit, US $34.6 billion. Kenneth Stone, professor of economics at Iowa State University, in a paper published in Farm Foundation, 1997, found that some small towns can lose almost half of their retail trade within 10 years of a Walmart store opening.
Presumably, people who previously shopped in towns without Walmart stores choose to shop in towns with Walmart stores, part of an older pattern in which smaller centers lose retail sales to larger ones.
Stone compared the changes to previous competitors that small town shops have faced in the past, such as the development of the railroads, the Sears Roebuck catalog, and shopping malls.
He concluded that small towns are more affected by discount mass merchandiser stores than larger towns, and that shop owners who adapt to the ever-changing retail market can coexist and even thrive in this type of environment.
In later research, Arts & Stone, 2006, reported that in Mississippi the impact of opening a Walmart was much larger on existing retailers in rural communities, 17%, than more urban ones, 4%.
This also suggests that Walmart has achieved its strongest growth in non-metropolitan areas, which tend to be low income.
Studies of the impact of Walmart tend to focus on supercenters rather than neighborhood markets.
Comparisons of performance metrics such as sales per square foot suggest that supermarkets and other high-volume retailers in direct competition with Walmart supercenters show significant decreases in profit margins.
While Walmart has often been said to be a destroyer of small businesses, much of this is anecdotal.
Research so far suggests that Walmart superstores have little effect on smaller retailers such as mom-and-pop businesses.
A 2008 economic analysis, published in the journal Economic Inquiry, suggested that the process of creative destruction unleashed by Walmart has had no statistically significant long-run impact on the overall size and profitability of the small business sector in the United States. Impact appears to be related to a number of factors, with a key factor being the goods offered for sale.
A study by A.K.A and others, 2010, examined the impact of new Walmarts in detail.
She reported that median sales dropped 40% at similar high-volume stores, 17% at supermarkets, and 6% at drugstores.
However, 30% of specific product categories at high-volume stores were unaffected.
Many retailers reduced prices and cut product selection in an attempt to compete directly with Walmart, in effect attacking its areas of strength.
A more successful approach was to track sales, identify vulnerable categories, and increase the range of products in those categories.
By including products at both top and bottom price points, and offering temporary promotions on those items, retailers could attract both customers who were price conscious and those interested in a wider range of options.
A small store that specialized in a particular product area could compete effectively against Walmart.
Small specialized stores are less effective against big box category killer chains such as Home Depot and Best Buy Electronics. Some studies have suggested that the impact a Walmart store has on a local business is correlated to its distance from the store.
David Merriman, Joseph Persky, Julie Davis, and Ron Damon, 2012, outlined the impacts of Walmart in Chicago.
Based on 3 annual surveys of enterprises within a 4-mile radius of a new Chicago Walmart, it shows that the probability of going out of business was significantly higher for establishments close to that store.
The overall findings of this study reinforce the contention that large city Walmarts, like those in small towns, absorb retail sales from nearby stores without significantly expanding the market.
Erickson and Grieco, 2013, report in the Journal of Urban Economics that Walmarts most strongly affect outlets of larger chains that are within 2 miles, 3.2 kilometers of their location. A 2022 literature review concludes that there is no consensus on the impact of Walmart on local employment, but most studies on the topic point to a modest increase in retail employment.
For example, studies at the University of Missouri found that a new store increases net retail employment in the county by 100 jobs in the short term, half of which disappear over 5 years as other retail establishments close.
Similarly, a net increase in employment, 55 jobs, was found in a study of West Virginia counties between 1989 and 1998. Like other chain stores, Walmart tends to hire local employees for low-skilled jobs with low wages and minimal benefits.
This may increase employees' reliance on public assistance programs, effectively transferring costs away from employers onto taxpayers.
Studies examining aggregate retail wage data from states and counties before and after the arrival of Walmart are mixed.
Some results, particularly from non-metropolitan areas in the South and Central United States, suggest lowered wages.
Other studies have found no effect, for example, Pennsylvania, or an increase in wages, for example, Maryland.
A 2004 paper by Getz and Swaminathan suggested that U.S. counties with Walmart stores suffered increased poverty compared with counties without Walmarts.
It is difficult to distinguish the effects of opening a Walmart from other factors that occur in the same time and place, some of which may be related to the decision to open a store.
Known as endogeneity bias, this makes it difficult to determine whether Walmart chooses to establish itself in communities with greater poverty and joblessness, or creates more poverty and joblessness.
Studies of socioeconomic well-being, civic participation, and community welfare suggest that large non-locally owned businesses tend to be centralized and vertically integrated, rely on remote sources and support services, and move money, expertise, and power away from local communities.
Large externally oriented businesses tend to be associated with lower local standards of living, greater inequality, and less social and civic participation.
In contrast, locally oriented businesses are associated with higher rates of church membership, community engagement, civic improvement, and recreation.
They may also be associated with higher rates of home ownership and expenditures on health and public schools.
The presence of local entrepreneurs, with resources and motivation to invest in local communities, may be key to addressing community problems.
This research is not specific to Walmart, but to large businesses in general.
In broader economic terms, the Economic Policy Institute estimated that between 2001 and 2006, Walmart's trade deficit with China alone represented a loss of nearly 200,000 U.S. jobs.
During this period, Walmart was responsible for 9.3% of total U.S. imports from China, increasing the U.S. trade deficit by an estimated $17.1 billion.
This represents about 200,000 jobs, most of them in the manufacturing sector, 133,000. A 2014 story in The Guardian reported that the Walmart Foundation was boosting its efforts to work with U.S. manufacturers.
In February 2014, the Walmart Foundation pledged to support domestic manufacturers by buying U.S. $250 billion worth of American-made products in the next decade.
Whoa!
Between 2014 and 2017, the Walmart U.S. Manufacturing Innovation Fund gave $10 million in grants to research and academic institutions for projects that improve domestic manufacturing.
For the 2020 fiscal year, Walmart reported that nearly two-thirds of its merchandise was made, assembled, or grown in the United States.
As of March 2021, Walmart pledged to buy an additional $350 billion worth of American-based items over the next decade. A 2001 McKinsey Global Institute study of U.S. labor productivity growth between 1995 and 2000 concluded that Walmart directly and indirectly caused the bulk of the productivity acceleration in general merchandise, representing 16% of total productivity growth in the retail sector.
Walmart's transformative use of information technology, particularly in supply chain management, is identified as a major reason for its impact on productivity per man-hour.
For every dollar spent by Walmart to improve its own technology, an estimated $10 has been invested by suppliers throughout its supply chain on their own systems and software.
Economist Robert Solow has emphasized the importance of imitation and adaptation, as well as innovation.
In addition to improving its own efficiency, Walmart's innovations have been adopted by its competitors so that they can compete. And now, we are going to showcase, as we promised on part 6, we'll be hearing a 10-minute audio clip of how workers speak during Occupy Wall Street. Anyways, enjoy the audio clip.
I'm here with Sister Sandy, who came down from Washington, D.C. to talk about one of our most unfavorite corporations, Walmart. Tell us about your involvement and concerns and what we should know about our Walmart.
I'm here to occupy Wall Street to let everybody know what's going on at Walmart, how they treat their associates. They are not paying for their health care. They're very disrespected. So what we did was we started an organization for the associates of Walmart called Our Walmart. organization, United for Respect, at Walmart, to help them get the basic respect that they deserve on the job for working for a corporation who gives no thanks. We have a website, forrespect.org. I came out to Occupy Wall Street and do a teach-in and educate people where they can reach out to corporate Walmart and let them know how the general public feels, because they do not believe that the public is interested in this. They do not believe that their current associates are interested in this. And I'm here to let them know that this is a national movement, that we have thousands of members, current and former associates, who want to make a change at Walmart.
What is your particular relationship to Walmart?
I am a former grocery department manager in the Laurel, Maryland store in 1985. Well, some of my personal experiences is Michael Moore did a piece where he talked about how Walmart had a dead peasant policy, which was the life insurance policy that they put out on you in addition to the one that you signed when you started at Walmart. He had a case where it was two associates walking to work. A lady ran a red light and hit both of them in the intersection while they were trying to cross to get to Walmart. One of them died instantly. The other one was in a coma for 9 months. And then Walmart would not let her come back. They forced her to resign. They didn't want to bring her back. She had been a longtime associate of 7 years. They wanted to bring her back on a part-time status, cut her pay and cut her benefits, whereas she had $90,000 in medical bills that she couldn't afford to pay. Walmart didn't want to help her. And in terms of the life insurance policy, they told her that they were not going to pay for her insurance as well as pay for the lady that passed. So they made her make a decision. Who do you think the money should go to? Do you think you should get it, or should we give it to the family of the dead associate? Also, I've experienced associates that just want to go to the bathroom, and they're being told you cannot move until your replacement comes in. Sometimes that's 4 or 5 hours, when all they have to do is simply turn off their light, go to the bathroom, and come back. Walmart does not allow them the personal dignities that everybody deserves.
Sandy, what do you say to consumers who say these are hard economic times, there seem to be consumer bargains, so how do I get away from an area where there is Walmart in terms of being a consumer and shopping? I mean, what do we say to the consumer?
I say to the consumer, please do not stop shopping at Walmart, because you will put the associates out of work. But let Walmart know that the community is watching them and they want some accountability as well. The community wants you to treat your associates better.
What can you tell us about the issue of sexual harassment?
Well, I feel that it does go on. I've heard stories inside my store that things like this does happen. And pretty much Walmart puts pressure on the victim of those crimes and try to sweep it underneath the rug. I think that they should investigate every claim that they get seriously and then try to find an effective way to deal with it, not just sweep it under the rug or try to pay somebody off.
So you're here at Occupy Wall Street, which is growing by leaps and bounds in a myriad of ways. And what are you doing down here in New York rather than in Washington, sister?
Well, I was here to occupy Wall Street with my fellow brothers and sisters out here in the cold, and to spread the message of hope to the Walmart associates who are scared, who are intimidated, who are being told that they cannot speak with us, even though they have the freedom of assembly. If you could talk about Avon at work, you can talk about our Walmart at work. To let them know, do not be scared of this big corporation, because it's strength in numbers, and that's the only way we're going to change it from the inside.
Welcome to New York, my sister.
Thank you very much. I enjoy it, even though it's brisk out here.
We heard from one of the former Walmart associates, but let's talk about some of the things that were directed at the corporation, which, what do you know, has a headquarter in New York and is trying to set up a mega store in New York. So who are you and what's been happening at the headquarters?
My name is Stephanie Yazji. I'm the Coalition Director for Walmart Free NYC. Last time we had a teach-in here, we had an action at a Walmart office, which is located up by 34th Street. About a week after the action that we had there, Walmart associates were trying to go up, speak with folks. They wouldn't let them in the building. They closed the office. So we, instead of creating jobs, which is what they say they want to come here and do, we lost 275 jobs. They moved them back to Bentonville. We have concerns about the retailer coming into New York, and we continue to have great actions like this one today, this teach-in, and we continue with our public outreach.
So you also are fairly convinced that Walmart doesn't belong in this city. Tell us a little bit about the corporate interest, the nature of the profits, what you know about Walmart, the institution.
Walmart had their sights set on an urban expansion plan now because they need to expand into urban markets since they saturated suburban and rural markets. With their intended growth into the cities, we have seen that, for example, in Chicago, when a Walmart store opened up there, 82 small businesses, which is about 25% of the small businesses surrounding that Walmart, closed. We're concerned that they're going to have a similar impact here in New York. A recent study that was just put out by Align noted that if Walmart tries to achieve the same market share here, which is about 21%, in New York City, that means 159 stores of various formats. So they'll have the super centers, they could have now the smaller express stores, which is in more experimental format, and also medium-sized stores all over the 5 boroughs. If one store is cited in New York, we're afraid it's going to open the floodgates for many, many more, which would impact communities and small businesses in a negative way.
Tiffany Jones from East New York, which is located in Brooklyn. Tell us about your experience and your concerns about Walmart, particularly since one of the locations that they wanted to bring Walmart was to East New York, which happens to also be the 3rd poorest neighborhood, at least Brownsville, in the city of New York.
Well, we don't want it. The property in which they want to build this Walmart, there's other ways that can be utilized. We can have parks and recreation. We need that for the children. Right across the street is projects. They can also build affordable housing there. I understand that people need jobs and jobs is important, but the developer related that owns the company should work with the community to find out what type of jobs. In East New York, I know we're the 3rd poorest, but at the same time in our neighborhoods there is solidarity. We do care about our communities. We want to keep the fabric of our communities intact. A lot of people think that in black minority communities, we don't have that sense of pride, and we do, even though we're not in a wealthy community. So this developer related that do own the property, you just want to bring in this Walmart. You don't feel the responsibility or the decency or the courtesy to address this community about this project, what your intent is, and how it's going. You are bringing somebody in my house and you do not have the decency and the respect to let me know. So that tells me a lot of what you think about my community. That's why you will allow a business like Walmart to come in that do not give quality jobs. How can a man work a job for 5 years with the same salary he came in on? And so many people is quick to defend and say in this economy people need jobs. They don't need jobs that rape them. People are actually trying to send their kids to college, pay a mortgage on these jobs. So if I'm going to work, give me my fair share. That's why we all here, right? We make New York City work. We are the 99%. We are your doorman, your taxi cab drivers, your pharmacists that make communities and cities work. And Walmart is the 1%.
Tiffany, how did you find your way also to the Occupy Wall Street encampment, and what does it have to do with your struggle around Walmart?
We found our way. We just did a teach-in because we want the world to know about the Walton family. Sam Walton's daughter, an heiress. She is the 10th richest woman in America. And the way you get that is to keep money in your pocket and out of others. And that's why we are here. We feel disrespected. Let me tell you something. People wouldn't have a problem with Walmart if they came into neighborhoods with courtesy. Nobody has a problem with you making $1, but we want to make $1 too. They didn't want to hear what we had to say. These developers have property all over New York City in minority neighborhoods too, and you did not have the common courtesy to come down here and see what we had to say. This is where we feel disrespected. When you look, it's the same damn thing with our mayor. You are not listening. That's why we have to do this. And we're going to continue to do it as long as you continue to turn a deaf ear.
Well, Sister Tiffany Jones, thank you for being as feisty and on the mark, on the move with Occupy Wall Street and I guess Occupy Walmart for the 99%.
What do you think about the audio clip of workers speak during Occupy Wall Street? Leave a comment below. Anyways, let's continue about Walmart. With over 2.3 million employees worldwide, Walmart has faced a torrent of lawsuits and issues with regards to its workforce.
These issues involve low wages, poor working conditions, inadequate health care, and issues involving the company's strong anti-union policies.
In November 2013, the National Labor Relations Board, NLRB, announced that it had found that in 13 U.S. states, Walmart had pressured employees not to engage in strikes on Black Friday and had legally disciplined workers who had engaged in strikes.
Critics point to Walmart's high turnover rate as evidence of an unhappy workforce, although other factors may be involved.
Approximately 70% of its employees leave within the first year.
Despite this turnover rate, the company is still able to affect unemployment rates.
This was found in a study by Oklahoma State University which states, Walmart is found to have substantially lowered the relative unemployment rates of blacks in those counties where it is present, but to have had only a limited impact on relative incomes after the influences of other socio-economic variables were taken into account. Walmart is the largest private employer in the United States, with 1.6 million employees as of 2020.
Walmart employs almost 5 times as many people as IBM, the second largest employer.
Walmart employs more African Americans than any other private employer in the United States.
While 4.6% of all retail workers and 16.5% of all U.S. grocery workers were unionized as of 2020, Walmart does not employ unionized labor and actively discourages unionization and collective bargaining.
Walmart rebranded their associate education benefits to Live Better U in March 2019.
Live Better U supports associate education at every level and includes $1 a day college program, cost-free high school education, and discounts on higher education programs through partnership with Guild Education.
In April 2019, Walmart Incorporated announced plans to extend the use of robots in stores in order to improve and monitor inventory, clean floors and unload trucks, part of the company's effort to lower its labor costs. In June 2019, Walmart Incorporated announced the expansion of education benefits to recruit high school students.
The incentives include flexible work schedules, free SAT preparation courses, up to 7 hours of free college credit, and a debt-free college degree in 3 fields from 6 nonprofit universities.
In 2007, a gender discrimination lawsuit, Dukes v. Walmart Stores, Incorporated, was filed against Walmart, alleging that female employees were discriminated against in matters regarding pay and promotions.
A class action suit was sought, which would have been the nation's largest in history, covering 1.5 million past and current employees.
On June 20, 2011, the United States Supreme Court ruled in Walmart's favor, stating that the plaintiffs did not have enough in common to constitute a class.
The court ruled unanimously that because of the variability of the plaintiff's circumstances, the class action could not proceed as presented, and furthermore, in a 5-4 decision, that it could not proceed as any kind of class action suit.
Several plaintiffs, including the lead plaintiff, Betty Dukes, expressed their intent to file individual discrimination lawsuits separately.
Dukes died in 2017.
In 2020, Walmart agreed to pay $20 million, stop using a pre-employment test, and furnish other relief to settle a company-wide sex-based hiring discrimination lawsuit filed by the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC. According to a consultant hired by plaintiffs in a sex discrimination lawsuit, in 2001, Walmart's Equal Employment Opportunity Commission filings showed that female employees made up 65% of Walmart's hourly paid workforce, but only 33% of its management.
Just 35% of its store managers were women, compared to 57% at similar retailers.
Walmart says comparisons with other retailers are unfair because it classifies employees differently. If department managers were included in the totals, women would make up 60% of the managerial ranks. In the Human Rights Campaign's HRC 2002 Corporate Equality Index, a measure of how companies treat LGBT employees and customers, gave Walmart Stores Incorporated a score of 14%.
By 2017, however, HRC's 2017 Corporate Equality Index gave Walmart Stores Incorporated a score of 100%.
In 2003, Walmart added sexual orientation to their anti-discrimination policy.
In 2005, Walmart's definition of family began including same-sex partners.
In 2006, Walmart announced that diversity efforts include new groups of minority, female and gay employees that meet at Walmart headquarters in Bentonville to advise the company on marketing and internal promotion.
There are 7 business resource groups: women, African Americans, Hispanics, Asians, Native Americans, gays and lesbians, and a disabled group.
From 2006 to 2008, Walmart was a member of the National Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce.
In 2011, Walmart added gender identity to their anti-discrimination policy.
Walmart's anti-discrimination policies allow associates to use restroom facilities that correspond with their gender identity and gender expression.
In 2013, Walmart began offering health insurance benefits to domestic partners.
In 2015, Doug McMillon, CEO of Walmart, issued a statement opposing House Bill 1228 and asked Governor Asa Hutchinson to veto the bill.
In 2016, Walmart added full health care benefits to its transgender employees.
Walmart has been subject to criticism from various groups and individuals, including labor unions, community groups, grassroots organizations, religious organizations, environmental groups, firearm groups, and the company's own customers and employees.
They have protested against the company's policies and business practices, including charges of racial and gender discrimination.
Other areas of criticism include the company's foreign product sourcing, treatment of suppliers, employee compensation and working conditions, environmental practices, the use of public subsidies, the company's security policies, and slavery.
Walmart denies doing anything wrong and maintains that low prices are the result of efficiency.
In April 2016, Walmart announced that it plans to eliminate eggs from battery cages from its supply chain by 2025.
The decision was particularly important because of Walmart's large market share and influence on the rest of the industry.
The move was praised by major animal welfare groups, but a poultry trade group representative expressed skepticism about the decision's impact.
Walmart's cage-free eggs will not come from free-range producers, but rather industrial-scale farms, where the birds will be allotted between 1 and 1.5 square feet each. A stressful arrangement which can cause cannibalism.
Unlike battery cages, the systems of Walmart's suppliers allow the hens to move around, but relative to battery cages they have higher hen mortality rates and present distinct environmental and worker health problems. In March 2018, Walmart was sued by former Director of Business Development Tri Hine for claims of reporting misleading e-commerce performance results in favor of the company.
Hine stated the company's move was an attempt to regain lost ground to competitor Amazon.
In September 2018, Walmart was sued by Equal Employment Opportunity Commission alleging that Walmart denied requests from pregnant employees to limit heavy lifting. In May 2019, the Center for Inquiry filed a lawsuit in the District of Columbia alleging consumer fraud and the endangering of its customers' health due to Walmart's practice of selling homeopathic products alongside real medicine in the same sections, in its stores, under the same signs, according to Nicholas Little, CFI''S Vice President and General Counsel.
On May 20, 2020, District of Columbia Superior Court Judge Florence Tan dismissed CFI''S lawsuit, claiming that CFI had no standing as a consumer protection organization and failed to identify the specific actions on the part of Walmart that led to harm to consumers.
CFI has challenged both of those arguments and is planning an appeal. In July 2019, the Walmart subreddit was flooded with pro-union memes in a protest to the firing of an employee who posted confidential material to the subreddit.
Many of these posts were angry with Walmart surveying its staff on the internet.
The posting of the union content is in response to the aforementioned alleged anti-union position Walmart has taken in the past. In November 2021, a federal jury found that Walmart, along with Walgreens and CVS, had substantially contributed to the opioid crisis.
The damages between the three chains in this suit total $650 million.
Damages claimed by the lawyers for Lake County and Trumbull County in Ohio were $3.3 billion.
Two other chains, Rite Aid and Giant Eagle, settled with each counties for undisclosed sums before going to trial.
In June 2022, the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, sued Walmart, alleging that the company facilitated money transfer fraud.
The FTC claimed that Walmart allowed its money transfer services to be used by scammers who stole hundreds of millions of dollars from customers.
According to an August 2016 report by Bloomberg Businessweek, aggressive cost-cutting decisions that began in 2000 when Lee Scott took over as CEO of the company led to a significant increase in crime in stores across the United States.
These included the removal of the store's fake greeters, who are in part seen as a theft deterrent at exits, the replacement of many cashiers with self-checkout stations, and the addition of stores at a rate that exceeded the hiring of new employees, which led to a 19% increase in space per employee from a decade previous.
While these decisions succeeded in increasing profits 23% in the decade that followed, they also led to an increase in both theft and violent crime. In 2015, under CEO Doug McMillon, Walmart began a company-wide campaign to reduce crime that included spot-checking receipts at exits, stationing employees at self-checkout areas, eye-level security cameras in high-theft areas, use of data analytics to detect credit fraud, hiring off-duty police and private security officers, and reducing calls to police with a program by which first-time offenders caught stealing merchandise below a certain value can avoid arrest if they agree to go through a theft prevention program. Law enforcement agencies across the United States have noted a burden on resources created by a disproportionate number of calls from Walmart.
Experts have criticized the retailer for shifting its security burden onto the taxpayers.
Across 3 Florida counties, approximately 9,000 police calls were logged to 53 Walmart stores that resulted in only a few hundred arrests.
In Granite Falls, North Carolina, 92% of larceny calls to local police were from the Walmart store there.
The trend is similar in rural, suburban, and urban areas.
Police are called to Walmart stores 3 to 4 times as much as similar retailers such as Target.
Experts say the chain and its razor-thin profit margins rely heavily on police to protect its bottom line.
Walmart Supercenters top the list of those most visited by police.
The police captain in Port Richey, Florida, said that Target stores more often have uniformed security as well as more visible staff in any case.
Another comparison might be shopping malls, which often have security patrols and off-duty police officers.
J.R. Roberts, a former director for risk management at Valor Security Services, which provides mall security, says shopping centers all have security. They know it's an expense, but one they know pays dividends because people feel safer going to their stores. In addition to hundreds of thousands of petty crimes, more than 200 violent crimes, including attempted kidnappings, stabbings, shootings, and murders, occurred at the 4,500 Walmarts in the U.S. in 2016.
In 2019, 23 people were killed in a mass shooting at a Walmart store in El Paso, Texas.
On June 27, 2020, a shooting occurred at a Walmart distribution center in Red Bluff, California, United States.
One employee was killed, 4 other employees were wounded, and the shooter was killed by officers.
In April 2022, Walmart decided to take service dog paraphernalia out of stores and online, following an online petition to have them stop selling service dog vests. In popular culture are Something Walmart This Way Comes, a 2004 episode of Comedy Central's South Park.
And a Walmart Supercenter appeared in the 2021 film Ghostbusters Afterlife at a fictional Oklahoma town, Somerville.
It was filmed in a Walmart store number 3015, on location in Deerfoot City Shopping Center at Calgary, Alberta. That's it for this news today. Thank you for watching. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out any videos, and see you in episode 3.